Number 9 is about praying. Praying as a church and praying as individuals. One of the things I think that I've realised over many years of thinking about this issue, reading and interacting with people, is that it's far deeper than most of us realise, the issue of abortion. There are surface level issues going on, and often I think the discussion in our society is around these sort of surface level things and trying to provide certain services that can help and all this sort of stuff. But for me, I really see a deep spiritual battle going on for women and men considering abortion, and that just immediately makes me realise I'm actually quite limited, humanly speaking, in how I can help. All of this stuff is great. We're called to all of this sort of stuff. But as Christians, we do have one resource that goes deeper even, and that's the resource of prayer. I think, and I think praying for sort of, in my mind, is something that weaves in and out and over and under, if you like, all of this other stuff. And so, yes, provide play groups for the new parents, provide welcoming opportunities for those with disabilities and all the things we've talked about. And then also remember as a church to pray for these people, to pray for those who are experiencing unexpected pregnancies, to pray for those who are considering abortion, to pray for those who are struggling as new parents. And I think this is something we're called to personally, privately, but I think as a church too. In the scriptures, I think we're called to pray as a community, and we're told that this is actually something different, it's something powerful, and to join our hearts and minds together as a community in prayer. I've experienced this myself. One place where abortion does come up in our own Lutheran Church of Australia worship resources is actually on Mother's Day, and there's this beautiful prayer, and it prays for mothers in all sorts of situations. And then it also prays for mothers who have had an abortion. And every single time I've used this prayer, people will come up and talk about it. And it's, again, it's a little bit hard to sort of explain exactly what's going on there, but it's just something about it. Yeah. Prayer is something really powerful. Yeah. And so we'd encourage all Christians to pray about this issue of abortion in all sorts of ways and all sorts of dimensions.
I also think of praying for our leaders, praying for our members of parliament, and for good rule in our country. Right. Yeah. So I think that's a really important one. That's
a great point, Meg. You know, you think in the New Testament. There's not a whole lot about how Christians are to interact with the governing authorities, but one thing that's very clear is that we're called to pray for them as our first thing. Yeah. And
they appreciate it too.
Right.
Yeah. So there's a big debate going on at the moment here in South Australia, and I know a few politicians who are very grateful for the prayers that they've been receiving. Right. It's tiring work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
And relentless.
That's right. So number 9, pray as a church and as individuals.